Hello and welcome back to another episode of That Sound Podcast. And if you love music, you're in the right place. Today we're going to be going back to 1996. We're going to visit Alice in Chains in Brooklyn, Academy of Music. I want to revisit this track, and to me, I think this is the best live track ever performed, recorded, ever. I think the emotion that's in this song, everything, it's haunting. It's so powerful. Every time I listen to it, I actually get emotional. It was the first major performance in almost 3 years for the band. The show had a eerie, intimate, almost funeral-like energy about it, and it was often said that this performance was like the closest you get to ever perform at your own funeral. And of course, Layne passed shortly after this, but we can see Jerry, I think, was suffering with food poisoning during this performance. There's a trash can beside him. I believe he was like puking into it. Mike Innes, of course, has the friends don't like friends get friends haircuts that we dig at Metallica, and I believe Lars and James were in the crowd. But let's get into it. Let's see, does it still pull the heartstrings as much as it did when I first listened to it? Okay, buckle yourself in. This is going to get bumpy. Okay, here we go. Mike. Hopefully that's just not too loud. We get the friends, don't let friends get friends haircuts. Okay. I'm going to let it play and then we might go back over it at the end. There he is. Breaks my heart, man. Opening track on the night as well.
Chase misprinted lies. Face the path of time.
He sounds so good.
And yet I fight this battle all alone. No one to cry to. No place to go home. Gift of self is raised. Privacy is raised. And yet I find repeating in my head. If I can be my own, I feel better there.
Oh, Jesus, then. This guy crying out for help. So sad. Jerry's so good. Yeah, that it's a tough listen. There's no beating around the bush. It's a tough listen. It's very emotional. It's very haunting. It's very, to know what the outcome was, and you can physically see how, you know, Layne's appearance has deteriorated. He's really thin there. He has sunglasses on. I know he takes them off as the night goes on, but he's really, you know, gaunt, and he's obviously in the depths of his addiction. And I know the band hadn't been around for a few years, and I don't think Jerry was keen on doing the acoustic version of it, and MTV kind of pushed him into it. But like some of the lyrics, you know, if I can't be myself, I'd rather be dead. You know, and I know Jerry wrote this, I believe. I think Layne was a co-writer, but I think majority of it was Jerry. But he captured Layne's emotion and life, and I think they all dabbled. I've heard of different things, and they all had addictions and alcohol and drugs and stuff, but I think Jerry was lucky he got out, and of course Mike Starr as well. And I remember hearing the story about Mike Starr, you know, going to Layne's apartment in Seattle. He was on a campus, I believe, like a college campus. And he said, you know, I gotta call somebody. And Layne begged him not to. And it was so sad that, from what I read, like Layne was just alone in his apartment, and it was a few days until he was found, you know. For a guy that brought so much joy and so much happiness, and, you know, Alice in Chains were a phenomenal band. They were so good, and just fuck drugs, man. You know, really, fuck drugs. You know, they took so many people. And it's that, you know, these people that have these battles come out with these magnificent lyrics and these magnificent melodies, and why do you have to have both? Why does the drugs have to influence this music and this creative writing, but then it can overpower you, and it's such a fine line, and so many artists have been taken with that. You know, Chris Cornell I talked about recently, and another man similar, I'd put him up there with Layne, but that song is so good. I was just looking online there as well, like I think there's 80 something million streams of that song, so that kind of says it all. Is it the best live performance of a band? It's got to be up there. It's got to be up there in the top 2 or 3 for me anyway. Let me know what you think. Yeah, it pulls at the heartstrings for me every time I watch it, when you can physically see Layne crying out for help or crying in pain. But they captured that, well, I say perfectly. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a perfect situation, but the emotion and how they created what was going on in Layne's life, and the emotion of the live performance with your peers in the crowd, it was damn special. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, going back just quickly before I stop, the bass tone on that acoustic was fantastic with Mike Innes, and all of them, Jerry, just a completely brilliant band. One band that I would have loved to have seen live. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Do you agree with me? Is that one of the best live performances of capturing emotions and everything in between? I think it's up there. Leave a comment if you agree. Leave a comment if you disagree. Please hit that follow, subscribe button as well. It really helps me out. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm nearly there. I'd love to get there before Christmas if you can help me out. I'd really appreciate it. Catch you in the next one, alright?